Welcome to Cooking with Jess. I thought about let's make something that we can incorporate our littles. We can incorporate a loved one, incorporate somebody, get some help in making these vegan tacos. Now, some time ago, I tried a recipe. Instead of using some type of plant based meat alternative, I learned about something called walnut meat. And I just was very perplexed when I saw that because I said, well, what in the world is a walnut meat supposed to be? What is it supposed to taste like? Let me tell you something. First of all, walnuts, they have a very interesting look, as we know. I don't know if you know this or you've had this experience, but I remember when I was smaller, reading some kind of chart about like how um, everything that's good for a certain part of your body looks like it. And I remember walnut being like it's supposed to look like a brain, so it's supposed to be good for your brains because of the vitamins that are in it and the minerals. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's good for my brain. Let me try it. But what I was not prepared for was the texture that it brings and why it mimics like those type of like crumbles in a traditional taco. So after I tasted, as I was making it, I got like, okay, visually, I get why you would use walnuts, a walnut meat, if you will. But then when I tasted it after, I was sold. I was sold. So when I get walnuts and from a big box store. So I get it like in a bag like this size. I don't remember what the measure. It's like 12 cups in a bag. I don't remember how many ounces the bag is or how many pounds, but it's pretty significant. And I don't only use it for that. I use it for smoothies. I use it in my salads. So there's different things that I use it for, but put in the oatmeal. So it goes by. Maybe a bag might last maybe a month and a half. Keep it in the refrigerator though if you open it. I buy a raw one, a raw organic one. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is it's not roasted. Like we don't have any fancy like seasoning or anything on it. It's just raw. So once I cut that bag open, since it's not resealable, it's going in the refrigerator. I'm saying a lot. Let's get to these tacos. So the first thing we're going to do, this is on already. I have this on low. It's on level 1 on this particular machine. We're going to put in a cup of walnuts. And I'm going to alternate between walnuts and Bella mushrooms or like creminis. These little guys, they kind of look like the small portobello mushrooms. I'm going to alternate between the two of these. This is about 10 ounces. About. Yeah, about. And we're going to mix. And I just want to make sure that I'm helping the food processors just a little bit. And all we're going to do is try to get it so that it is broken down. We are going to cook it, and the reason for cooking it is more so to add seasoning to it and bring that season into the walnuts and the mushrooms. I don't know if you like raw, like as I said before, I tend to use it as a topping, the walnuts, so it's not a big difference for me if it's cooked or not. I actually make this more often just with the walnuts by themselves. I'm getting a little ambitious over here because I'm taking this all the way to the top instead of putting just a little bit, but let's see if we can just do it in one shot. And I'm going to chop and grind. I'm just going to alternate. You know what? That grind looks like what I need for it. What we need for it to do. Wow. I was being ambitious. I say that because you see at the top how like nothing has happened. They're just sitting there like, can we join the party? Why would we? I mean, we're invited, so how come we didn't get a plate? Where's our drinks? What's happening? But if you look towards the bottom, since things are happening here, right? I don't want to over process it. That's a big no-no. We still have to cook it, and when the mushrooms get get to this heat, it's going to let out water, so it's going to soften the walnuts even more. Even though the walnuts are fairly soft as it is, just to make sure that I removed any little specimens that may have been on the walnuts. I did rinse it and drain it, so that's why it was sitting in here. So that already softened it a little bit. And then when we go ahead and we put it on the heat in that pan, it's going to break down with the addition of the mushrooms. And I don't want it to be too crumbly, so I'm going to hit it like this. We're going to finish grinding up this part, and then I'm going to switch out and then use the rest of this because I want it to be the same consistency all the way around. Y se acabó. We're not going to do anything else. That's it. Okay. It's all right to have, it's crumbles, right? So we're not looking for that. We're not looking for it to be like symmetric. It has to be small, but like this chunk that needs to get broken down further. And I see one more, and that's it. That's it. All right, so what I'll do, we're gonna switch this out. And then we're going to grind the other one, the other half. I'm gonna turn this heat up just to, let's do 1.5. What's going in here immediately is going to be the cebollas and some seasoning. So what I don't want is for it to stick, because we're going to do something a little different today. Instead of putting aceite in, we're just going to use water. And that's fine. We don't want to, the reason why I'm not putting in aceite or oil, you can do that if you'd like. The reason why I'm not doing it is because I don't want the oil to pick up, or for the walnut and the mushroom to pick up the oil and then it be just a little slippery. I don't want that. So I'm just going to use water. Very little bit at a time as needed. All right, let's go back in. We're going to chop first and blend and then grind. This is one lonely guy that was like, so nobody wants to dance with me? Is this not interesting? Look at this. This is the only whole one in there. Oh, Papa, it's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm gonna do just for you, because you tried. I mean, you went to the party. You didn't get to take a dance with anybody. But I'm gonna add you. I'm just gonna do a quick rough chop. And you're still gonna join the party in this pan, okay? Isn't that something? Just one. Just one. All right. Here he is. And we're just gonna toss him in there with the rest of them. Let me get that out. Just a quick rough chop. We're not looking for, I just wanted to just be broken down just a little bit more, but yeah, that's it. And you can join your friends. This looks good already. Look at that. Just look at the colors and the texture. And of course, once we saute this with the cebollas and the seasoning, it's gonna get darker. That's what happens with these particular mushrooms. They do turn more dark brown. That's good. It's going to go for that look that we're going for. All right, so let's get, this is what, 1/3 of a cup of cebollas. Look at that. Hear that? It was ready. All right, so I'm going to move it around. Again, we don't have any aceite in here, so I'm going to add just a little bit a little bit of water because I don't want it to stick either. So we do want it to lose some of that like white color, and we want it to be more see-through, more translucent. There we go. See, we don't even hear the sizzle anymore, but it's still cooking and it smells good. So if you want to, like I said, you can use aceite. My preference is grapeseed oil, but you don't have to. You can use a little water, and why not? Try something different. If you don't already, try something different. All right, we're gonna kick this up to, we're gonna go to 2.5. So that's just under a medium heat. Let's say that's like a low to medium. Let's say that. Now I'm not hearing, we talking? Nothing. I'm not hearing anything. We're gonna let it build though. And in the meantime, I'm going to add these seasonings. So we have here, we have some cumin, we have oregano. I added a little bit of cayenne just for heat. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can add chili powder too. It's your world. Do as you please, within reason, okay? Don't tell nobody I told you, well, I could do as I please. As Jess said, do as you please. And then now you got a warrant out for your arrest. Don't come looking for me, I can't help you. Okay, so it coated nice. Everything like tossed real quick. I'm gonna add a little bit more water, and then we're gonna put this guy in. I'm starting to hear the sizzle. Can you hear that? Yeah, it's there we go. Hear that? See, it was coming. It was just building. It was building. Okay, that smells good. That cumin, that oregano, juntos together. Oh God, it's doing it. It's doing it. Okay. I think it's safe to go to 3. We're gonna go to 3 because we're moving fast. All we're doing is, as I said, we're not really cooking it. We're breaking it down further. We really want to get this, all these seasonings in that flavor into the walnuts and the mushroom. And then after that, I mean, pretty much we building our taco. That's it. And you can add whatever toppings you like. If you see fit, go ahead and throw on some sprinkled cheese, vegan cheese if you like, or if you don't like, you can use a different type. That's up to you. I'm not, maybe for the color, I think it would be nice, but you know, it's not really necessary. We'll see if I change my mind. I got 4 cloves of ajo over here. I'm gonna put that in there too. I'm waiting because it's getting a little dry. It is getting a little dry. That cumin is, so that total was a 4th cup of water that I just put in there. Okay. That cumin is, it's like it's sucking out the water. Like any hints of water in these cebollas, it is just pulling it out. So I'm gonna put in these ajo, my favorite, one of my favorites. Let me not play you. Let me not play you, jengibre, because if the ginger could hear me talking about this is my favorite, then I might have a problem with jengibre, and I don't want a problem. I don't, because they're both my favorite for different reasons. But man, if a recipe normally calls for 3 cloves, I'm already thinking like, yeah, it needs 4. Without even starting the recipe, I'm just like, yeah, it probably need more. Right? I like highly seasoned food. And please do not mistake that with highly like salted foods. No. Seasoned. Let's add in some depth. Let's add in some flavor. You know I'm gonna scrape this because it's just in my nature. Let me use that word. I'm not gonna put this on anybody else but me at this point. This is in my nature. I'm gonna scrape. We need all that ajo to come out, and it was successful. Okay, let me just make sure. Yeah, we got We got everybody. I'm okay. This is all right. That little tiny bit. Perhaps not. Okay. I'm okay. Because again, I don't want this to dry out. And we getting there. We getting there. We're approaching dry out level, and I don't want that. And if it does, we're gonna add more water. Woo! Ooh, that cumin and that ajo together. Wow. It's looking a little dry. I'm getting nervous. But you know what? We're gonna put this in, and it has the hongos in it. And the hongos that is going to release some water as well from it. You know, there's a lot of water in this. It's a lot of water in mushrooms. So we want to, you know what? Look at this. There's another guy that didn't have a dance partner. So guess what? That means we had two that didn't have a dance partner, and they could have danced together. All right, look at that. All right. So while that breaks down, I'm gonna cut this guy up, rough chop it, and I'm gonna throw him in, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato paste. And you know what else? We're gonna add in some soy. Actually, I stand corrected. I have this no soy sauce. We're gonna add that in as well. That adds a lot of depth and flavor. We're gonna keep moving this while I chit chat because I don't want this to stick, and it's starting to stick. So that tells me, girl, if you don't bring this heat down, we're gonna bring it back down to 2. So we can slowly release the water. But then also, we can slowly infuse those flavors. So this no soy sauce, and if you are okay with soy sauce, use that if you have it on hand. I know another gluten-free option is tamari. That's a gluten-free option. This happens to be gluten-free and soy-free as well. That's why I got this one. I'm just confirming because I know I saw it when I bought it. Yeah, oh, duh, right at the top. Gluten-free ingredients. There we go. And sometimes they trick you with this word and when they hit stuff with gluten-free ingredients. So does that make the whole thing soy-free? I'm sorry, gluten-free. Shake well. We got it. Refrigerated, yeah. Yeah, gluten. I got to stay away from the gluten. So I have to make sure. Oh, there we go. That liquid's coming out because guess what? Anything that was remotely sticking, like that, the cumin that was trying to dry and stick to the bottom is moving. There's one little spot that I can still feel with this spatula. I like using this because it's silicone and it glides so easy. Yep, there we go. So it's moving everything that was even thinking about being stuck to the bottom of the pan. I.e., I had the heat a little too high. It's me. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add in this. This is a half a teaspoon of pasta de tomate. Okay? Sure, Spanish lesson for today, if you didn't know that already. Okay, so we got that. And I'm gonna move it very slowly because we want everybody to stay in this party. Everybody now has a partner to dance with, socialize with. We want to keep it that way. And then I'm gonna go in with a half a tablespoon of this sauce. And as I said, if you feel, add in a soy sauce, just a regular soy sauce, or add in a tamari. There is I'm familiar with this. There's another brand that I get, like Trader Joe has. That's what I started with. It's like a kind of like a coconut amino kind of thing, and that is what makes this flavor. Like it enhances. Let me not say make it because we're not trying to play you, Ajo. You've been in here doing a wonderful job. Cebolla tú también. I'm not gonna leave nobody out. But this is gonna make like all the things that are already in a soy sauce or a tamari or a coconut amino or something like this. It gives you the feeling of like, oh, that's why they call it walnut meat. Okay, in a taco, like I understand now. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add that in. Okay, let me just shake it up just to make sure it is. I'm bringing in all those flavors. You know, sometimes it settles to the bottom. All right, and I'm gonna add in some more water. I'm assuming at this point because I am seeing that it's getting a little dry, and this little half a tablespoon is not gonna bring it back to life. Okay. And I also want the water to help to move around like that pasta de tomate that I just put in. And some people left the party early. Their sitter called them, they had to go. I'm moving too fast. Let's slow it down. I'm gonna add just a little more. It smells amazing. Listen, after putting this in, it just released like all this aromatic, man. I'm gonna measure just so I can tell you how much, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna use all of this. I'm just measuring like a fourth of a cup of water. I don't think we're gonna need all of it, but just in case, it's where she started from. Fourth of a cup. All right. Man. Yeah, I'm going to add this because what I'm seeing is that and not all of it because I don't want it to be like runny, but you know how when you eat a taco, like the meat is it's not dry. The filling in it is not dry, right? Whatever that thing is. It's going to be, even if it's like a chicken taco, you know, it's not dry. So we don't want this to be dry. We want it to be moisturized. I love saying that. I know that's not the right word. Hydrated. But definitely not dry. You hear that? Now listen to that. That's the sound I'm going for. So we know that it's hydrated. It's moisturized. Same thing in this world, okay? There we go. But I want to make sure that it's moving around that pasta de tomate because I'm seeing like little areas where it's just like a little more red than the others, and no sir, we don't want that. Let's mix it all up together. Let everybody join that color. Let's add some color. Let's add some color. But look how it's already coming together. Like it did get darker, and it sounds all. It sounds like, Jessica, listen, you good. You good. What's all this flipping and flopping? So we're going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to taste it, though, because I just want to know before I build the taco what it tastes like. I didn't add salt. Now, this is standing out. The reason why I did not add salt, I want you to add salt to taste on this one, okay? I don't want you to feel compelled that you need to use X amount. That's all about what works for you. Okay? What works for me is adding some salt to this. I think that's definitely going to bring through a lot of flavors. Notice the tap. This is giving me a little bit more control than like, okay? That flavor is, wow. As I'm continuing to chew, is like so many, I got the heat now. Like it took a while. And it's not hot, like it's not spicy. I did not put a lot of cayenne, but there is some cayenne in there. But it had to work its way through like cumin, had to work through ajo, cebolla, had to work through a lot of things to be present. Definitely had to work through this bad boy. I'm going to add a little bit more water because I want to move around. I want to move around this salt that I just put in, and I want to move around the. I'm thinking do I want to add some cilantro to this? I know I'm going to put some as a topping, but do that if you're interested. I'm not going to do it. I'm still like, it would look so pretty if it's like little bits chopped up in there, you know, in this, but I don't think, because I added the salt and then I'm going to taste it again. I'll see if it released any more of like the flavors from the, you know, from what we have going on in this party before I add anything else. But I'm like, man, that's gonna be some complexity in this taco. That flavor, right? Because we want when we eat this, that we know, man, this tastes good. I could do this. And again, you don't have to add the mushrooms. When I do not add mushrooms to this, which is very often, I don't even put it in the pot. I don't. I use the food processor, and we don't over process it, but we chop it, and then I add the seasonings, you know, that I added before. Mix it up really good, and then that's it. I build my taco. So it's really quick because we're skipping this step, you know. But we want to cook down. We want to break down the mushroom. We want to break down the walnut just a little bit in this step, you know, so it has all that flavor. All right, let's go ahead and taste it and see what this look like. What is it hitting for? Let's see. That salt made a difference. Walnut is crunchy. I'm getting crunches. I think we're going to add some more salt. I'm looking to see if I don't add the vegan cheese to it, which also has some salt flavors in it, then that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a little problem. So we're not over salting it, but we should have a little. And I'm not going to do too much to it at this point because I want it to cook down. I'm glad I added that. So I did use the whole 1/4 cup. I'm just going to let it sit. Now another thing that I've done is put some, after it's cooked, like if I had some black beans that were like already prepared and good to go, you can add that into this and then fill that in your taco. That's it. We're gonna let it sit there just a little bit because I want to see if it's gonna break down some of the some more of the flavors. But look how pretty that looks. That food processor makes a difference. You know, I rough chopped those two mushrooms, but really, that food processor is what's helping to keep more of a crumble-like texture with the walnut and the hongos. All right, so I'm gonna add some cilantro because yes, I have some to the side. It's already rinsed. This is just extra that I had in the refrigerator. I'm cutting everything leaf and stem because I believe that the stem has a lot of flavor in it. We just want to make sure that it's fairly fine. And as I said before, you could put this in that mixture as well while it's cooking. And just move it through so it's evenly distributed in there. And then add it to the taco. I'm going to choose not to do that right now because I just want to put it on top. But I want to use that stem. Look, like this one got a whole long stem, so that one's gonna have a lot of flavor. You could also make like an avocado. You can make a guacamole, or like I like to make an avocado. I just call it an avocado mash because it's really quick. I just take a ripe avocado and then I add some lime, some fresh lime juice, and some sal, and sometimes I'll add some garlic powder to it. Or onion powder. It just depends on like what I'm pairing it with. And that's it. And it's real quick, right? Now, when I go into making guacamole, it's a whole lot of other stuff that's happening. We got some cumin. I gotta crush in fresh ajo. No way around it. Gotta do that. It's a lot. Tomate. I have a little bit of tomatoes here, but that's more so for topping. I also got some extra heat with these jalapenos. Those are optional. Toppings are optional, or you can just eat this by itself. I don't know how you do it, but do it how you do it. That's not how I do it. I'm adding even more stems. So we're going for some flavor. I'm excited about this. It's a nice little, well, I can't say a nice little, a little meal because I don't know how many you're going to eat. But it can be a sizable thing. Especially if you pair this with something, you know. You could pair it with chips. You could pair it with like tortilla chips and salsa. That's pretty good. That's good together. You could also use like a soft tortilla instead of using this like the crunchy, the hard shells. All up to you. This is just what I like to use. But you don't have to use this exact one. Jazz it up to your preference. Okay. I'm interested to taste this since I added that second helping of sal. I want to see. Ooh, I just smell that. Is it vinegar in this? I don't know what, something in this is like, it just keeps coming to the forefront and it smells great. Yep, apple cider vinegar, organic apple cider vinegar. That's what's in it. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's what it's in here. It's competing. Like, we ain't going nowhere. Ma'am, you could try to put me on level 3 if you want. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just seeping in. And it is. Okay? It's seeping in. Give it one more taste. Just a little bit. First of all, it's hot. Be careful. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. That's good. I actually want more, but... And now I got the heat. So, we could get on the cayenne. I'm turning that off. I'm not going to move it to the side because I still want that little bit of heat. That heat transfer. I'm just going to... While I grab up a little plate. You can build our taco. Okay. Here we go. I made this cilantro as fine as I could get it. Leaf and stem, okay? So we're gonna add just a little bit. Let me use my I got some lime here too. I think that's gonna open it up really nice. There we go. We're gonna put a little bit at a time. We don't want to use too much because we're gonna be building different things on top of it, right? As far as the toppings. Okay. You got that. I'm gonna go ahead and put that cilantro right on there because I do want it to talk with this this mixture and ask how the party was. Sorry, cilantro, I didn't invite you this time. But like I said, you can add it. You can add it to it. Add it to that mixture. And just make sure you work it through. Okay, so that's what we're looking like so far. I'm going to now add some red cebollas. Okay. Got that. Gonna put a little bit of, let's see, just some tomate because I like the color. You know, look how that's coming together so far. We got purple, green, rojo, amarillo, red, yellow. And then I'm going to put some, I'm just using this part because I put my mouth on that part already. And yeah, we're not double dipping. Okay, got that. And I just want to keep the party going. I don't even want to stop to do all this wonderful stuff. All right, so we got that. Let's go in with some lechuga. There's a little bit. I just cut these. I rolled it and then just cut it finely. That. Oh, you getting in there, okay? And then I'm going to add some jalapeno. And these do have the seeds, so get ready for spice. Let me mentally prepare myself for the spice party that's about to happen. Because I'm going to put 3. Con semilla. Con semilla. With the seeds, okay? And then we're going to hit it with a little bit of limon. What? Don't I look fancy? All right. I'm going to do this in one bite. I'm going to take one bite. So we're going to make sure we get this. I'm going to try. Get this, like, I'm trying to get everything in one bite so I could taste everything together. Get in there. Get in there. Honey! Have you started making your list of what you need so you can make this? I hope you did. This is really good. And it's like a lot of flavor packed into this little package. Do this. And I'm getting notes of, like, now, for some reason, now I'm tasting the shell at the end. Vegan tacos. Thank you. You're welcome. Go ahead and try this. Go ahead and try this and enjoy this. I will not take another bite on camera. Alrighty, until the next time, thank you and see you soon.